very simple. In the end, maybe it's not so simple, or at least while we're experiencing it, we have the choice whether to experience it as simple or not. But we can. Everything can be simple. I wanted to do some songs tonight about my path. We're doing a Hodah tour. Tonight is kicking off the Hodah tour, I guess. But we'll see. We're just going to zorein with it. And so I want to talk about my path. And the first song on the path is called Belief, the name of the first CD. All right, let's do it. I was learning at the time. I was learning in yeshiva, and I was getting ready for the army, and I was really searching. This started off my search. This is the first recording of my search. All my songs are on my search. This is the first recording. Here it goes. Belief is a natural characteristic of people searching for answers. All his mysteries, history's seen tens of millions of miseries. He who is thirsty will surely drink anything. Poison is punched just to fill up the void in his stomach, avoiding the abyss, devoid of a purpose. As Freud would suggest, is the source of his unrest, subconscious pressure for self-transcendence. Any man's longing for sense of belonging, awfully ready for worshipping anything, sacrificing to these deified icons, standing with unceasing allegiance in line, freezing all night, strictly to get tickets to exhibit his commitment. Finally, the time arrives, they pile inside their lighters, united, rise up to the sky, trying to ignite the fire inside them, attempt to connect if just for a second. But as flames turn to embers, emptiness returns, deadly, infectious, internal, inferno, eternally burning, so he goes on searching. Herenstein, come on, you gotta admit it! How fucking irrational is possibly be religious, is full of logical problems and internal contradictions. Honestly, it's obvious that God is non-existent. Yeah, I took some heat for that line with 5 Downs. There I come from. They were like, yo, dude, this kid's talking heresy. Honestly, it's obvious that God is non-existent. What the fuck is with this kid? And then, as they listened to my songs, and as they're going to see on this upcoming CD that I'm working on, that the path continues, and it's a search, We're just trying to figure things out in this world. Everyone is. Just trying to steig, just trying to grow, just trying to climb. And so, this next song is the next song of my first CD. And it's just further on in my path. At the time I was in the army. I was getting ready for the army. It was between the army and yeshiva. I was learning in the mirror, the top shir and the top yeshiva. Right? Humble brag. That wasn't even a humble brag. That was just a regular brag. But that wasn't the intention. I'm just trying to talk emes. And sometimes that's impressive. And so I was learning in the mirror. And I was in Oraita. And I was steiging. And I was growing, and I was finding my path, and I wrote this song. So how does this song start? Well, the song is about... The song is called Thirst, and it's about, oh no, just kidding. That first song I kind of called Search, but it's really called Belief. The second call is called Storming. Something about storming, you guys. It's about the storming within myself. But I forgot how it starts. I said I'm not practicing the show, I'm just going in, and the words will come, and the words came, but the song is not ready to come out yet. Well, I know the chorus, and so we'll start with the chorus. That's obviously how the song was meant to be. Herenstein, come on, admit it, you gotta. Wait, what? Herenstein, come on, admit it, you gotta. Problem with religion you was given as you brought up. Not a chas v'nak on mama or on papa. Just hypocrisy from the ambiance of the 5 towns. But the implications stem from even farther. Jewish education in exile really botched up. Therefore as a child popped the boxes of Pandora. High school's where I started but I promise I'm still not done. High school's where I started but I promise I'm still not done. And I storm from the ghetto of Lawrence, perpetually guarded from questioning God. I'm forever forbidden from partaking in controversial arguments regarding his garden and his guardianship. Monarch or father, a contradiction. Admittingly, boyhood had sought to inhibit me. Fortunately, faltered to hold storm and witness. They were critical, but cynical about what they were saying. Explicit, no limit can dissuade shin from swaying. Began to demand answers. Why am I praying? Who ran this buffet game that they all playing? How can I blindly follow what I have been told? So many questions, don't know where to begin from. Why did God create us? To serve him? What can I do for a being who is perfect? What is he, an actor devoid of a crowd? If he's absolute good, how's the world run so lousy? Death and destruction, disease, crime, torture, filth and corruption, hunger, poverty, wars. And how in his world did he warrant the Holocaust? How in his world did he warrant the Holocaust? Wandering caused, wandering off. Onto logical, theological problems, ontological, metaphysical issues. Descartes and Kant like a knife through my tissues. God is horrible tautology. Forward bridges to exotic philosophies drawn in by the raw perspective of developing my own perspectives. Find an ideology inclined to inspire me, one that was free from illogical hypocrisy. Found out about the modern brand of idolatry. Oh, I command God to idolize me. Sparked by divine subconscious desire, art not satisfied with what I was finding. Too smart to be buying what they was providing. And now can hardly idly stand without that which I have found. I have got to announce I don't dare brag to have all the answers, but with the clock tick-tocking it's time to start sharing. Tuyos to Shmuel, brilliances, Rev Aaron's, some other rabbis and some from my parents. In my hip-hop philosophy I promise to be honest. It's my humble quest to get at the honest. Nevertheless, before I describe things how I see it, let me define what I think that God isn't. And so, in my next song, I describe what God isn't. You know, the false idea of God. We spoke about it on the way in. When we were coming in, I was with 3 homies, 2 homies and a homegirl. And it was awesome. We had a great conversation. And we were talking about this idea. We're talking about what's the path, what's meaning, and the false idea of God that people do. Now I don't remember this whole song by heart. The songs are from years and years and years ago. I didn't have to say that, but again, everything I do is honest. Everything I say, right? And so I didn't have to tell you guys that I wasn't going to do a full song right now, and there's more. But you guys should check me out on YouTube, because you can hear the whole song with lyrics. I had that done. It was a big hustle, you know. But I did it. It was important ideas. I could do the beginning of the song, because everything was just going for truth, you know. And sometimes we veer off the path a little bit, and sometimes we almost get into an accident, you know. And sometimes even chas v'shalom, you know. Sometimes it's raining and we're getting wet. Sometimes it's too hot and we're done. Sometimes it's tough. Sometimes we gotta get back on that path. So we'll talk about the path momentarily. But first, I'm going to do whatever I remember from a song called Hindu's. Right? When I wrote it, everyone's like, "Start the song already." I just gotta clarify this one thing. When I wrote this song, I was like, you know, I was still in yeshiva. I was still from, in the classical traditional sense. You know, and I'm saying from, not in a good way. And I wrote this song from that place. My newer stuff is more, you know, more represents like where I'm going now. But these songs are from 5 years ago, so I had to just clarify that. All right, without further ado, a song called Hinges. I forgot how this one starts. Yo, this stuff is rusty. I'm starting with like the old stuff to bring into the show, but this old stuff, right? I remember from the middle. I told you whatever I remember. All right, check it out. Because these Yidden, they think that God is some invisible guy, spy high up in the sky, yup, and like a stalker he watches, vigilant, hawkish, with violence he punishes violators of his list. Lest you dive to a place filled with smoke and with fire, then you fry in anguish and you choke and you cry out forever and ever to the end of time. Forever and ever to the end of time. But he loves ya and he needs money from ya, and Jews run to Buddha. Is it such a wonder? You can call him Jews. And say, Yidzus, unconscious impulses for truth, pulse through their arteries, convulsing actually. Yeah, right. Check out the whole song. Thank you. Right. And now we're gonna do new stuff. That is just the beginning. I should have started with that stuff, but listen, this is the first stop on the Hodah tour. That's what we learn, right? It says Eminem, you gotta keep moving. There's more music to make. Keep making new shit. Produce hits to break the monotony. What's gotten into me? Drugs, rock, and Hennessy. Thug like I'm Pac on my enemies. Yo, shout out to Slim Shady. We've been on his path. Talk about Eminem a little bit. I'm a huge fan. His path is inspiring. I've been following him since I'm a kid. Following his path in his songs, you feel that he puts his feelings out into his songs. And that's what I try to do with my music. We're about to start my new stuff that I wrote, which I know better. And everyone's like, oh, so unprofessional. Like, yo, everybody chill. No, but really no one was thinking that because everyone here is chillers. And so everyone was like, yo, this guy's fucking shagging. It's true. So Eminem puts his heart into his lyrics and like teaches you how to search. In his new CDs, he has songs about his wife, songs about his mom that are from a different light of what he would when he was younger. So he's growing. You say, oh, it had bad messages, perhaps, some of the ideas. But listen, I was with him on his growth. I was with him on his search. So shout out to Marshall. I know that one day we're gonna meet and do a song together. I'm just putting out. I know that your radar is so far away that you're not gonna get it, but for like a while. But you're gonna see this eventually. All right, without further ado, my new CD starts now. Decade I've been learning, slave the yeshiva thing. Maybe the interning made me a simple king. Lost my virginity, interior ministry. Seriously, y'all is inferior pimps to me. I sacrificed at many churches, getting high on several herbs. Well, every word was very slurred. I said to heaven, let me search. Then at a festival, I met a sexy girl. We went through my tent like a messy purse. She went to the mikveh first, Freddie Durst, then stole my tefillin and left me hers. Eat, drink, sex, weed, leave a heavy hearse. You wanna become aware and clever verse? Beseder Haredim, be the effing worst. But don't be too dumb to spare unquenched thirst. Paving way for Satan, placing endings first. Passively baking, messianic waiting. They prey on their asses with pent-up frustration. Sustained by the shame bred of panic vocation. I'm 10 iterations ahead of you, Chaim. Cause genetics for fame, you generic and lame. God dealt me a hand from a deck with just aces. A legend who destined to wake up his nation. Sof davar hakol nishma es ha'elohim. Sof davar hakol nishma es ha'elohim. Es ha'elohim yira v'yez mitzvozav shemor ki ze kol ha'adam. There isn't any more. I met a nice Kobe in a a tight green top. Shorty was OG of an ice cream shop. So I told her I wanted pistachio and her pussy and her ass at fellatio. See, I ain't hero of the naked pros. Take a stroll, gain control of my latent role and create my fate in the gray hole. If your brain ain't hot, you ain't making mo. Every day, you know, has made me smarter, more aware and less a martyr. There's a party at Checkpoint Charlie. Barge in and charge me on my safari. I met a maidel at a Shabbos Suda. She heard my tunes and she gained menucha. She heard my words and she drank my vodka. I had a challah from the Lava Malka. Sing it so. Everyone knows the bar. Hakol nishma es ha'Elohim. So davar hakol nishma es ha'Elohim. Es ha'Elohim yira v'es mitzvosav shemor ki ze kol ha'adam there isn't anymore. Is it Ratzon Hashem in a rut and depressed? Or is this a remnant of Christian oppression? I went off the derech, but don't be offended. Attempt to remember that so did Koheles. He said that happiness never just happens, bitch. Have fun and practice it. Never be average, a savage, a master's a castle of sadness. He cannot relax, and he's having his ass kicked by black-hatted antics. Pleasureless lives, trapped into smashing his ass to the grind. I'd rather die laughing and high, cause happiness hides in a satisfied mind. Yeah, they Makayim, but damn, they be stupid. Casting a Zion, but really they wounded. They call it fulfilled, cause it be full of fools with spiceless existence. Mine is fulfillments. Multitudes feud in the futile pursuit of superfluous chumras. They rue as they do. The more you know yourself, the more you owe yourself. That's the show, bro. Grow to own yourself. Davar hakol nishma es ha'Elohim. Sof davar hakol nishma es ha'Elohim. Es ha'Elohim yira v'es mitzvosav shemor ki ze kol ha'adam there isn't anymore. Rabosai.
Yeah.
Thank you, I appreciate the love, you guys. But we're gonna talk about a humongous issue, chas v'shalom, not issue, a humongous sugya. You know, there are some words that gotta have to be said in yeshivish, right? This song is about finding my path in my relationship with the spiritual, but everyone's path is different, right? Me and Sim are playing together. He says Elokim. His relationship with God right now is at the point of calling him Elokim, which we respect because we respect everyone's path in their relationship with the supernatural or the lack thereof. If someone wants to hold like that, their relationship with that nothing. But everyone's on their own path, and that's what that song is about. Let me search, you know. And so I have some lyrics in that song, which are like representing like some of the searching, you know, some of like where I was holding at the time, and we have to talk MS. We always gotta talk MS. And so I tell my story. I have a verse of that song that was clean, and I wasn't sure whether or not to do the clean version or the dirty version, but at the end of the day, the dirty version is more MS, and so it's the clean version. But the clean version, I like it. In this one line, I'm just gonna do. Which one? Which? All right. So at a festival, I met a sexy girl. We went through my tent. No, I did the clean version of that one. Right? I actually did the clean version. The dirty version of. Oh, right. Right. I met an ice cold G, an ice cold G in a tight green top. Shorty was OG of an ice cream shop. So I told her I wanted pistachio and her tickle and her hats and her 8 shaped toes. That's the clean version. It's also great. So sometimes I do it, but I go according to how I'm feeling. Everything I'm saying, you know, I'm just pouring out to you guys about my path.
It's all love, man.
It's all love. So I wanted to do a song about a different type of path. You know, up until now I've been doing songs about my path in Avodat Hashem, my path in my relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, right? Or the self, because there's no nafka mina, there's no difference. Because we are just a chelek Eloha. We are just a part of God. We are the part of God that is able to choose to become more godly. Because God had to improve. God is perfect. If God is perfection, perfect good, includes perfect everything. And so one of the things of perfect good is every type of good, and therefore he had to find a way to improve, which is definitely a type of good. And so then there's the Hegelian concept of tzimtzum, of when God restricts himself. But we're gonna go back into a different type of song. Sometimes I get onto a side path, a tangent, and I go, thank you for indulging me. But now we get back. So this is my path in mental health, which is another part of everyone's got to figure out. You know, I call it cray pride.
Shmuel, just to say that your accommodation is leaving soon.
My accommodation.
Yeah. So just.
Okay. Sababa.
Yeah.
See what we can do. I don't even know.
No, I'm just saying that the person that you're staying with is wanting to leave soon.
All right. So
You need to.
thank you for that.
Need to close it soon.
Okay. Yeah, you said go, so I was like, all right, we're just gonna go. But that's good. All right, so we're gonna do.
Just so
Yeah.
need to close it soon.
Alright, one more song.
One more song. One more song.
Tomorrow night you get one more time.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. One more song. This is the song we're gonna end right now. I'm working on a new song. But
I love you, man.
I love you too. Yo, thanks to Mike. Show Mike. Show the camera. Show Mike. Thanks to Mike for putting together this amazing thing. You know, we like to start every show with Hoda. Sometimes we like to do Hoda in the middle. Thanks for everyone for coming by. Thanks to Simba for coming down.
Yes,
Thanks for Yoshua.
Pleasure to be here, brother.
Lena!
Singing and Lena. And everyone who were here, who were leaving. Let's go. This next song is where I'm at. This is like the last song that I've written in my life. It's called Forgetting Depression, but it's also called Enter the Desert of Trial and Error. All right. Can I have that beer real quick?
Yeah.
I don't want just
Wet palate, my friend.
all right. Final song of the Super Chill. Thus far. Without further ado. Psychosomatic, psychodramatics. Yes, I am a psycho. Yes, I am an addict. Yes, I am a psycho. No, I thought that I was past it. Yes, I crave the motherfucking grave, fancy the casket. Yes, I stop my medicine, scatter into passion, lacerate phalanges and fantasies abandoned. Fuck rapping in Madison, fuck rapping in Hamilton. I'll never be as satisfied as Lin-Manuel Miranda. Maybe I'm just scared to try Panic Pan from Scranton. Maybe I'm the psychopath, thrashing through the ashes. Fuck bitches, fuck riches, fuck my parents' glances. How long do I have to wait for happiness to happen? 6 and 1. 6 and 1. Sheva yipo tzadik v'kom. I have the strength of 100 lions. Forgetting depression, I am an icon. A banshee, I'm antsy, enemy, I'm chancy. Hanuman, I'm inhuman, I'm my back chimpanzee. Spitting wet as juicy tapes of putrid cigarettes. Gloomy in Jerusalem, tepid suicide attempts. Superman and Ubermensch, a booty call from Uni's bench. Duty calls unruly wench, jerk me off, I'll do you next. Next millennium. At the present, I'm cemented, senses of soteria.
Come on, lad.
Yo, how does it go? At the present, I'm cemented, senses of soteria. Extraterrestrial in a planetarium, sensing that I'm close to home but closer to delirium. Acting dumb, smashing drunk, sharing blunts at Patty's pub. Guess I'll Wikipedia the weather in Philadelphia. Know thyself by having fun. Apollo at the Delphi does, but I can't see like half of me. A Marshall Mathers selfie, son, feeling that goddamn me. The whole entire pantheon, queasy like my stomach. See a bubbly spume ad nauseum. Went from being troubled youth to fucking BFW. SGs on a crack screen for BBWs to Jack Seaman. At don't know about you, but I've been thinking, whatever happened to well-being? Religion is an illusion. Religion is a psych ward. Fuck, I hold the mic for to push a fucking kite war. Seen the light in light form for light years. Like for you think you've seen this bike before? You think my pain is like your 6 and 1, 6 and 1. Leveled my people 1,000 unsons. Forgetting depression. I can. This missive is open to faux theologians who veil Torah's beauty like madam psychosis. The lamps of the slaughter, the doorpost is bloodless, too daunted, exhausted to go on exodus. So enter the desert of trial and error. Sidestep the side effects, vials, Iprexa, Mensa, and then some. Lexicon, Webster, but light a semester. Can't fight him, I'm Esther. Analysis, paralysis, like David Foster Wallace's. Paranoid from cannabinoids, the breathing cuts like out script. Poisonous fangs, at a loss for whitening strips. And low for the earth, had no void. Phasing, formless, darkened depth. Master beta, amyloid. Gazing at that fucker dance. First I gotta find myself, then remind society next. Fame can attest that I'm fucking possessed. Blame it on trauma from bumping my head. Hypersensitive and under duress. Hyperconnected, cognitive, too fast. Every reflection so expletive, negative. I need a sedative. Demons like seasons go effing repetitive. I cannot function like Wentz the executive. Mental health plunging, neurons defective. Hero of the generation with neurodegeneration. Time on earth limited, head sick, death imminent. Extra existential crisis, shit's poetic, isn't it?
Isn't it?
It is. I'm numb and perplexed. It just doesn't digest. How did I get here? Young and distressed. Yeah, I'm a genius. Some are impressed. But there ain't no such thing as dumb and depressed. Numb tongues and digest what I've come to bequest. Rolling thumbs pressed like they clutch in my neck. Done wondering who will come at me next. Dubbing none happy until he dead. I'll go Dionysus, I'm more Reba men who prefer joining ISIS to conquering quest. Life is a journey towards the promised land of aware self-possession. Come here, take my hand.
Hey. Yeah, what? Promised land.
Thank you, you guys.
Baseball.
You guys
PASHUT.
are awesome. I had so much fun. I love everyone, including you guys. You guys more. And so that's the show. You know, from Seinfeld. That's the show.
Stay tuned for tomorrow night.
Stay tuned for tomorrow night. We're gonna have some
Stay tuned for tomorrow night.
some chills, you know. And listen, we should all be zocheh to get on our paths. We should all merit to find the super chill.
Amen.
Peace out, you nation.
Woo!